What will accumulate in 6 years? A food forest or a food desert? What's going on, growers? It's James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey. The push is on. I got a lot of work that needs to be done in the food forest. Pruning some peaches, pruning some grapes. Wanted to bring you guys along. Let's go. I'll tell you what, guys, the chickens are so sneaky. The gate is barely open. It's probably been open for maybe 5 minutes tops. Tuck must have pushed it open when he was leaving because he was hanging out in here with me. The chickens have gotten in, they're ready going to town, scratching so much. Just who I thought it would be, Forrest. She doesn't back down from anyone. This is the one that always stands up to Tuck. But this is just a chicken being chicken. Joel Salatin would say, the chickenness of the chicken. You know, you can't take the chickenness of the chicken out. So it's just expressing itself with the scratching. And this would be nice if it wasn't mixing up my wood chips with the dirt. I've talked about that before, and I'll emphasize that every video if I have to, but you do not want to mix your mulch with the soil. It's a mulch that stays on top. You only want to layer, everything done in layers. So I got to kick these chickens out. If you guys are like me, this happens sometimes. I'll either just forget to close the gate or Tuck, like he did, will push it open. I'm going to show you how I get them out, just by kind of guiding them. Can't be classic bamboo, so useful. Make sure I lock the gate this time so it doesn't happen again. It's getting a little chilly out. So first, I want to get my peaches pruned. But before I do that, I want to show you kind of the method I'm going to use. And it's an open center method. That's how I'm going to prune them. Just like this plum behind me that I finished already. I'll flip the camera and show you. We got Tuck inspecting, doing his job like he always does. And the center was a plum here. So again, prune to an open center, you can see, to allow maximum airflow and light. And then I give it a nice topping up there. This way I can get more sunlight to the food forest, but also reduce the amount of fruit, because this thing's gonna have too much fruit on it. We don't want that. You're probably thinking, too much fruit, take some of it out? You're crazy, but I actually want to. Too much of anything can be a bad thing. So I actually want less fruit, but higher quality, bigger fruit. I want all the hormones of the tree to be able to focus on that fruit rather than have like a really lot of tiny, low quality fruit. If you guys remember from last year, I just had too many peaches on this tree and on the other one. There were so many. I had to prune some of the branches off while there were peaches on it. I don't want to have to do that this year, so I tried to take off kind of as much as I could and as much as I felt comfortable doing. I gave it a nice little haircut, and let me show you how I did that. When I look into the face of my enemy, I see my brother, I see my brother. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just so excited it's spring. I feel so blessed to have the opportunity to grow some of my own food beyond organic, just as close to natural as you can get, the best food you could possibly get, right from the tree, right from my own backyard. Strawberries, peaches, pears. That's what I got right here, a Moonglow pear, about to pop. So we're gonna be doing the food forest walkthrough at least one a week, maybe two, whatever you guys wanna see, because I wanna bring you along. I wanna encourage you, whatever I have to do to get you to grow. That's like my goal. I want you to grow, and not only you to grow, I want you to get others to grow. Let's all become seeds for other gardens. I've got some Concord grapes here. I finished pruning those. There's a pear tree in the back, an old one that needs to be pruned. And I have to prune some of the grapes along here. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. I prune these to 2 bud spurs. So let me do that now. I look into the face of my enemy. I see my brother, I see my brother. So some of that may have looked drastic to you, but I'm happy with the way it came out. That one was growing just a little too high along my neighbor's fence, even though that's the persimmon tree right there. That he's also a grower. You guys probably know that. But I cut it back a good amount. We're gonna have a lot of fruit, and I'm happy with the way it came out. You may be wondering why I didn't go into detail of what I was doing with the grapes. That's because when pruning grapes, the first couple years to where I'm at now, you kind of have to do different things. So you need a detailed explanation for year 1, year 2, year 3. So maybe that's something we'll do more in the future. One thing I heard recently that had an impression on me, and I realized it's just so true, I see it in gardening year after year, day after day, is that everything accumulates, whatever it is. If you do good daily disciplines every day, those will accumulate into great things. If you plant a seed every day, you're gonna be growing a lot of food. If you don't plant that seed, if you don't do the good things every single day, that also will accumulate. So take a look at what are you accumulating in your gardening life, in your backyard, or in your life in general. What will accumulate in 6 years? A food forest or a food desert? Here's a section in the food forest that I just love. I've talked about it before. I've got the blackberries growing here and behind me. Asparagus is gonna be shooting up right there. And I've got grapes growing along the fence line. I'm gonna prune some of those up. We'll do that now. There's another grapevine just a few feet down. It's gotten to be kind of a mess, so I need to clean that one up a little bit. When I look into the face. As you guys can see, I got these grapes planted probably closer than you should. That's why I have this one grape, all the branches are pushed off towards this side. That makes open room. So you could plant them close, you just have to prune them according to their spacing basically. So I like to plant them close, this way I get more varieties in a smaller space. I have to say, every time I come out here, I always plan on getting more done than I always do. But that's how it is. I think I'm just ambitious about it. But I'm not upset that I didn't get it all done because now I have more to do tomorrow. I love doing this stuff, but right now I gotta end it for now because I have to go inside and plant more seeds. I really didn't get as many done the other day as I should have. So now it's time to really hit it. Because like I said, the push is on. We only get so many springs. We can't waste them. We gotta take full advantage. We only get so many. See you in the next one, guys. James Prigioni is out. When I look into the face of my enemy, I see my brother, I see